Hey guys! Hello, hello! Yay! Oh my gosh, how are you guys? Come say hey as you're popping on. Good morning, good afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. I'm gonna make sure we're live really quickly. And I just had to share what happened to me last night and how weird it was. And my realization of it, you guys, it was so crazy. It was so crazy. Hey Danielle! Where are you guys watching from? Go ahead and say, hey, I'm gonna share this in my group. You guys, if you are not in my Fiercely Unstoppable Entrepreneurs group, definitely join. Or if you're like, hey, I need the link, drop me a comment below and be like, I need the link to your group because it is so much fun. So I'm gonna share that into my girls really quickly, into my group, Fiercely Unstoppable Entrepreneurs. Amazing. How's everyone's day going? Let me know as you're popping on. Okay, we are officially sharing. We are good. Hello! Yay! Well, I'll introduce myself really quickly, and then I have to tell you the story about what happened last night because it was so weird. It was so weird. And then it gave me this like burst of inspiration, and I was like, oh my gosh, so many people in society are so unhappy, and we're gonna talk about today why and actually how to change that, right? One by one. So hey Maggie, hey Danielle, if you're popping on, just say hey to me. If you're watching the replay later, say hey. If this message speaks to you, feel free to share it so more people can be, can hear it, so more people can have that impact. So I am Brooke Allison. I am a mind shift coach and achievement strategist. I help badass women up-level their confidence, find clarity, and define their purpose so they can create a business and a mindset that is fiercely unstoppable. Hey, Josephine, so happy you're popping on. Yay, 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 yay. Okay, so you guys, last night, I had my awesome webinar, Forever Fearless. If you signed up for that, you will actually receive the replay in a minute. It's loading right now. It was a super awesome training. But anyway, so I got done with my training. I got done with my webinar, and I was like, I'm hungry. So I went to the, down the street. I live really in an awesome place in Denver. And I went down the street, and I had my dinner, whatever. And I was walking home, and this man that worked at the building next to me, where I was walking from, was like, hey, like, how's your night going? And I was like, you know what? It's actually really good. Like, thank you for asking. And he was like, why are you so happy? That's what he asked me. He said, why are you so happy? And I literally was like dumbfounded by this question, because I was like, why is that a question? Why is it normal for society to be so unhappy, right? Why is it this thing that we wonder where happiness comes from, right? Where this energy comes from, where it's so abnormal that that's just bizarre to me. I literally stopped in my tracks and I was like, because I love my life. Right? Because I love my life. I literally was mind blown. I don't know if you guys have ever had that question asked for you, but then I started thinking about it and I really started diving into it. And I was like, people in society are so unhappy. And most of the time, because the thing is that people put their happiness, people rely on outside circumstances for their inside happiness. But that doesn't make any sense, because your inside, whatever is inside, reflects your outside circumstances. So most of the time, people and we're just thinking about all of the things that we don't want to happen to us. We're thinking about all the things we don't want to happen. We're thinking about all the things that we don't want to go wrong, right? What thoughts have been cycling through your head recently? I'd love to know, because what we think about is what we attract more to us. So where we're putting energy. So if you're putting all of this energy in, oh my gosh, I just don't want to get fired. I don't want to get fired. I don't want to get fired. Or, oh my gosh, like, if only when this happens, like, what if it doesn't happen? Like, that's where your energy is going, if that's where you're focused on, energy is going to flow to that, and it's going to find a way to prove you right. It's going to find evidence to say, yeah, you know what? You're not good enough. You know what? You should just stop. You shouldn't follow your dreams. And that's the biggest problem, is when our fear then stops us from actually dreaming, which and then we just become really unhappy for saying no to our soul desires. Every time you say no to your soul and the desires your soul has, you are breaking it. You are basically saying, you know what? You don't deserve to be happy. That's what your subconscious is telling your brain and your body, is that you don't deserve to be happy. And that is obviously not true, right? That's not true. So instead of thinking of all the things that could go wrong, instead of thinking of all the things that could maybe failing, right? Your fears, instead of getting tripped up by that, what if everything you wanted went right? What if you made one decision in your life and everything you've ever wanted came true because of this one decision? You know? Could you imagine that? Like you were, and I truly believe you guys, you were one decision away from a completely different life. It's just making that decision. It's taking that step. It's stretching your comfort zone, because I know it's comfortable to stay where we are. It's comfortable to stay in the thoughts that are kind of crummy, right? The world is like almost all negative. Hey, Ashley. And that's why you have to learn to guard your heart too, right? So guard your heart from those outside experiences that would bring your energy down, because your job is to get into the alignment of feeling as good as it would feel if you were already in your dream life every day. So writing out your reality, just being like, I am a freaking badass and I am achieving my goals. Getting in that high energy. When you're in this high energy, you're going to attract all of the amazing things to you that you actually want. But we have to get clear on what that is, and you have to follow the fun. You guys, there are studies that show that we learn more in the first 12 years of our life because we're having more fun. And for some reason, when we get older, we lose track of that. We follow society's norm. We go to this place where it's like, okay, I have to go to school, then go to school, then go to school to get a job, to work, and then eventually retire, and then I can live my life. It's almost like we're putting our life on pause to get to this place where we'll finally be happy, right? How many of you have said, oh, but when I hit my income goals, I'm just going to keep working, because when I hit my income goals, I'm going to be happy. Hey, Derek. Or how many of you guys have said, all right, when my kids do this, or when I'm able to get a dog, or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's not true. Happiness comes from within. And so the thing that is blocking you from your happiness is all of these stories that you keep telling yourself over and over and over again. And maybe the fears, those limiting beliefs that are cycling through your head, because they are like a clear path. They're like a clear path that is well lit, and it looks nice, and it's easy to walk down because you've been down that path a million times. It is so familiar to you. And so I'm here to challenge you to instead go through the jungle and fight the battles, right? Go through the jungle and find your own way, because the paradise is on the other side of that, right? We should, instead of being fearful of outcomes, we should welcome challenges, because challenges allow you to grow. It allows you to learn, and you become stronger, and you become unstoppable. You guys, everything that you want is just on the other end of that jungle. It's on the outside of your comfort zone. And think to yourself, like, have you ever done anything that you're extremely proud of being on cruise control or on autopilot, where you're just like cruising through life? Like your day is just the same. Every day you do the same thing. Like, that's not fun. Don't you want to have more fun in your life? Like I do. I know I do. And so you guys, that is exactly why I created the course Unstoppable Badass. It seriously is going to change your life, because the you that is lacking confidence is not your true you. The you that is uncertain and questioning all these things, and the one that's lurking behind the corners, wishing that they could be someone else, wishing they could show up as that other person shows up. The you that is diminishing yourself, that is not showing up as your strongest light. That is not who you are. Your next level self is already inside of you. We just have to dig up all of the shit that's holding you back, release it, and step into your next level self. But you guys, I get it, because I was there too. And that's how I know I can help you get through this. That's how I know I can help you become genuinely happy, massive confidence, and actually step into your next level self and be in your next level, and constantly having those massive shifts and up levels and breakthroughs is amazing, you guys. Like, the things I've done since starting my coaching business, like dyeing my hair pink. Oh my gosh, it's freaking fun. I was able to buy a brand new MacBook Pro after having a laptop for 9 years. I had my laptop for 9 years and it was fine, but I deserved a new MacBook, right? I got a tattoo, which you can't see because I have sleeves on, but that really signifies me stepping into that self. You guys, I have been on, I think, 10 trips in the past, like, 8 months, maybe. 10 trips. 6 of those in 2.5 months. That was way too much. That was way too much traveling. I was able to quit all of my jobs. You guys, I have had over 50,000 in sales in the first 7 months of my business, right? I hit a 5-figure month of $17,000 cash in a month, to be exact. And the best thing ever about stepping into who I was truly meant to be and letting my light shine was that I was able to treat my mom to a trip to Hawaii completely paid for by my business. I went from wishing for 2K months to finally being able to pay my bills with ease and stepping into my full power. And that's what I want for you. I want you to break all of the rules and step into your unstoppable badass self, because that's where you deserve to be. And that's why I created this 6-week course. This 6-week course is going to help you dive deep and reconnect to your true powerful self. Remove all of the mask of the people that you think you need to show up as. Together, we're going to derail all of those limiting beliefs, those fears that are holding you back from who you're truly meant to be. Create the next level you and step into your fullest potential. Could you imagine if you lived life at your fullest potential, what you could achieve? Josephine says, that's amazing. And she says, yes, build your strongest self. Could you imagine what you could achieve by becoming your true happiest self, becoming your true most powerful self, becoming unstoppable? You guys, there is I might be kind of crazy because I offer so much stuff in this course. There's 5 modules. There's 19 high vibe videos. 19 videos. There's 12 workbooks that I purposely made for you to dive deep into all of this stuff, remove all of the stuff that is holding you back. There's 15 extra PDFs just to help you up level, to release and to up level. I have 4 special audio meditations and visualizations. You get a live group coaching call. I'm going to help you through this personally. There's weekly homework. There's a private Facebook community, loads of fun and dance parties, obviously, because have you met me? And you get access for life. And literally, there are amazing bonuses right now. And you guys, if this is tugging on you at all, I'm going to put this in the comments, bit.ly/unstoppable badass. You guys, the doors are closing next week. The girls who have been through this have already seen transformations massively. And all I want for you, because I believe in you so much, is develop your true purpose in this life. Figure out why you're doing anything. Massively up level and show yourself as the best version of you can be, because that's going to rub off on everyone. When I first started up leveling, I remember my mom, my grandma, people saw me and they said, Brooke, you're so happy now. And it wasn't always that way. After leaving my really toxic and emotionally abusive, controlling relationship a few years ago and being in this abusive space, I was below 0. My life sucked. I was seriously so miserable. I couldn't get up in the morning, and I knew that I wasn't living my fullest self, and that made me sick to my stomach. And I had that enough is enough moment. So I'm asking you, is this your enough is enough moment? Are you tired of waiting on your outside circumstances to make you happy? Because you'll never be happy. You will constantly be seeking for something else to make you happy. And in return, that is going to suck your soul. And so the more you say yes to your soul, the more you say yes to your dreams, the more you're going to receive everything you've ever wanted. And it doesn't have to take a long time. It can happen really fast. It can happen really, really fast. And so I'm just sharing my heart with you guys here. This is just so on my heart. I literally was so baffled by this person asking me why I was so happy last night. And in my head, I wanted to just be like, but why aren't you? Because we get to choose to be our most happy, powerful selves. It's just making that decision. It's taking that action every day to make that happen and becoming unstoppable towards the pursuit of our dreams. So if this is calling you guys, I invite you to come join me in, hey Tina! Josephine said, fancy seeing you here, so funny. I invite you to come join me, you guys, in Unstoppable Badass. It's gonna completely rock your world. And if you have questions about it, I am just on the other end of the screen. And if this is speaking to you at all, please share this video. Let the people know, because the biggest thing that happens is that you change your inside, you focus on what's actually in you, that comes out on the outside. And then one by one, someone else starts to do it, someone else starts to do it, and we change the world. It's a ripple effect. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And so I am so thrilled to be here announcing this program, but I am here if you have questions. And in the meantime, find 10 things that you can be grateful for today. Find 10 things that could go right for you instead of thinking of all the things that could go wrong. So I believe in you with all my heart, and I love your guts, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you guys are watching the replay later, or if you're checking it out later, just say hey. You can be like, hey, Brooke. But I'm gonna go. I have work to do. I'll talk to you guys later.